Paladin here from Love Life Yarn, and today we're going to be learning how to knit the Mermaid Stitch. I used it for this cardigan design right here. It's not a difficult stitch. It's got 12 rows that are repeated, but all even rows are purled, so that's pretty easy to remember. And then the odd rows are a little bit different, but it's a super simple, easy to memorize repeat. You can find this cardigan pattern, this open cardigan. It's got the stitch all on the back. Put a picture right here so you guys can see it. And you can find it on my blog in 9 different sizes from extra small to 5XL. Completely free. Just follow the link in the description and I'll walk you through how to work the stitch. So you ready? Let's get started. All right, to begin, I went ahead and did knit 2, purl 2, rib because that is what I use for my sweater, but you need a multiple of 4 plus 3. So I worked this and then I actually increased one because I had a 4x4 rib with an extra 2 in the end. But anyway, we're going to work, first of all, whether you're starting from scratch, you just cast on, or you're doing the sweater and you have the foundation row, which is row 0. And for this row, all you have to do is purl. This will end up being the wrong side of the fabric. And so you just purl to give us a nice setup row so that we can get the mermaid stitch pattern going. So I know I'm not a huge fan of purling, and a lot of you guys aren't either, but every even row in this stitch pattern is going to be purled. So just go ahead and purl your first row all the way down to the end. All right, so rows 1 and 3 are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and just demonstrate it once. You're going to knit the first 2 stitches. And now we're going to bring the yarn to the front. Slip the next 3 stitches purlwise. Bring the yarn to the back, being careful not to make it too tight there, and knit 1. And then you repeat. Bring the yarn to the front. Slip the next 3 stitches purlwise. Yarn to the back. Knit 1. And just repeat this down to the last 2 stitches, always slipping purlwise. And being careful when you pull that around not to make it super tight when you do your knit 1. Okay, I'm just going to repeat mine a couple more times because I'm almost to the end of my little sample here. Okay, moving my yarn to the back. And knit 1. One more time. Slipping 3. Yarn to the back. There's 2 stitches at the end, so the knit 1 is part of the repeat. And then you have 1 stitch left, and you'll knit that one as well. Okay, here we go. And now all of our even rows, so this is row 2, are going to be purled. Okay, I'm not going to demonstrate every one of them because you just purl the row all the way across. So row 2 and all even rows, just purl those rows. Makes it nice and simple. You know when you're on the back side because you're purling. All right, row 5, you're going to knit 3. And now we're going to use those extra little loops that we have sitting down here. So see these 2 loops from rows 1 and 3. You're going to scoop down, top to bottom, pick them up, put them on your left-hand needle. Okay, let me show you that again. All right, a little closer here. Scoop underneath both of those extra little loops, put them on the left-hand needle. And now we're going to knit 3 together. So grab the actual next stitch and those 2 loops we just put on there. Okay, all together like a knit stitch, and work a regular knit stitch into all 3. Okay, pulls that over, those bars over to the side, and now we're going to knit 3. And repeat. All the way down to the end by working with the bar and doing the knit 3 together with our 2 little strands from where we had the yarn in the front, and then knit 3 all the way down, and you should have 3 left at the end, and you'll knit 3 those last 3, and that will take you through the repeat. All right, since row 6 is an even row, you're just going to purl. All right, rows 7 and 9 are also the same, and for these, we're going to start by knitting 3. So just knit the first 3 stitches. And now we're going to start our repeat portion. It's knit 1, bring the yarn in front, slip 3, just like we did before, slip them purlwise, bring the yarn to the back, and you just repeat, knit 1, bring yarn in front, slip 3, bring your yarn to the back, and repeat to the last 4 stitches. Okay, here I am, my last 4. I'm going to knit the last 4 stitches, and that's rows 7 and 9. So both of those, so once we finish row 7, we'll purl a row for row 8 and repeat for 9. Purl rows 8 and 10 for our stitch, and then we'll come back together for row 11. All right, you can see our 2 bars like we had before are here. I've done 7 and 9, and we are ready for row 11. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is knit 2. And then our repeat begins, which is to knit 3. Okay, so it starts to repeat, so knit 3. And then we're going to pick up those bars again. So remember, reach down and pull them up. Place them on the left-hand needle and knit 3 together. Okay, sometimes it's a little fiddly to get in there. All right, and then it repeats. Okay, knit 3. Pick up your bars. Okay, kind of move your fabric up there. And it helps on the right-hand needle sometimes to push it closer to the tip as well to get more slack on the fabric. There we go. And knit 3 together. And repeat that. Knit 3 and then work with your bars to knit 3 together down until you get to the last 5 stitches. Okay, here I am with 5 stitches left on my needle, and I'm just going to knit the last 5. All right, so you can see how the rows 1 and 3 and then rows 7 and 9 are kind of offset from each other. That gives that mermaid kind of mermaid scales look to it. And then for row 12, you're just going to purl and then repeat rows 1 through 12 for the stitch pattern.